Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Well, with spring finally making its debut, or I hope it's making its debut where you are at, many of us will be getting outside to get some exercise in with some walking, maybe jogging, maybe sprint work, whatever it may be. Many of you will be starting to get outside. I know that I embrace the nice weather and I like to do a lot of my workouts and training outside. One of the purchases that I make every spring is new athletic shoes, so I thought this was a good time to share a couple of the shoes that I recently purchased for myself. Also talk a little bit about what I look for when I am purchasing new athletic shoes. Let me start out by sharing a couple of the athletic shoes that I have purchased. I am really enjoying these. I've only wore each of them a couple of times because again, I'm really waiting for that weather to break. I do like having a black pair of athletic shoes, but then I also like to have a lighter color as well, just because I like some variety. Yes, I like my athletic shoes to look nice and be stylish, but they also have to work for my exercise routine. My training is very intense. I want to protect my feet. I want something comfortable. I am not willing to compromise an athletic shoe that works for me just because something is stylish. These particular shoes are called the Fresh Foam Sport Lightweight Running Shoe. These only come in the color black, and just like the name says, they are very lightweight. I really do enjoy a lightweight shoe. These shoes are called the Women's Fresh Foam Cruise V2 Knit. They come in 6 adorable colors, and I love the one that I have here. I will have both of the shoes that I am sharing linked below, and I will be sure to indicate what color this is. Let's talk about a couple athletic shoe brands that I like. Obviously, I love the New Balance. I have many years under my belt using New Balance. Another shoe that I've had very good luck with is the Asics, and the other shoe that I've really enjoyed is the Brooks. I have had Mizuno and they were nice, but I liked my Brooks, my New Balance, and my Asics better. I've never been crazy about Nike. I just have never had good luck, so I probably just don't have the foot for Nike shoes. I believe they're adorable, but they just are not the shoe for me. Let me also share that I do have many years of running under my belt, and if you are a runner, you will go through your athletic or running shoes very quickly, and it is important to continue to repurchase when you wear out your running shoes. I have ran races, I have ran a half marathon, never have done a marathon. I really have no interest. I just don't want the training that it takes to run a marathon because I love doing my high intensity interval training workouts. And if you are training for a marathon, pretty much your exercise routine is going to be running because you're running many hours a week to train for that. And I just never wanted to compromise my exercise routine that I am doing. So I love to incorporate running. I love to incorporate sprint work. So a running shoe is a component that I do like to use, but I'm really all over the place and I need an athletic shoe that is going to complement my program. What I would like to do is share some tips with you today that you can consider when you are shopping for athletic shoes for your particular exercise routine. Number one, if you run, jog, or walk, I do recommend that you have a running shoe. One that is specifically tailored for running because they are engineered for that heel-toe motion that takes place when you are jogging, running, or walking. Number two, if you are doing aerobic type activity, that would be like your high-intensity interval training or HIIT workouts, videos like that, boot camp style things, anything that is more aerobic, you will want to look into a cross trainer type shoe. The reason the cross trainer is good for that type of activity is they are designed to work with that side-to-side motion that you are often doing with HIIT workouts or any other type of aerobic routine. Number three, if you are a runner or you are somebody that does intense training like I do, you may want to consider going to a specialized running store and be tested to see what type of shoe you should use. Some people are supinators, some people are neutral, and some people are pronators. And if you go to a specialized store, they will be able to determine which of the three you are. You can also go to a podiatrist to get this information, but often you are going to have to pay to see a podiatrist to have your foot analyzed. So if your insurance doesn't cover it and you still would like to know what type of shoe is going to work best for your foot and how you move, what type of motion you do, where you are wearing your shoes out, again, I would say go to a running store. They have running shoes, they have walking shoes, they have cross trainers, and their sales people are specialized in determining what type of shoe is going to suit you. I am a neutral, but I slightly supinate. Now, I do have a high arch to my foot, and it is not uncommon for someone with a high arch to supinate. Some can supinate a lot, some only a little. I only supinate a little. What that means is I slightly roll outward when I am running especially, or walking, or doing something like that. And let me share with you, when you go to a specialized store or a podiatrist, you will want to take in a pair of your old athletic shoes, ones that have been worn, because they are going to be able to examine those shoes and see where the wear is taking place the most on those shoes, and that will be a big indicator for what type of person you are, if you're a supinator, a neutral, or a pronator. I am someone that needs a lot of cushioning because I supinate and because I have that high arch. I also do well with a shoe that has a high arch in it. I need something with good shock absorption. Now, if you are a neutral, you will have an average gait and you will have equal weight distribution throughout your foot when you are running or walking or doing your aerobic activity. A neutral person is generally going to need a stability or a moderate stability athletic shoe. These shoes are going to offer a balance of cushioning and support. Now, if you are a pronator, you're going to be the opposite of a supinator. A pronator is going to roll inward, where a supinator is rolling more outward. So there's going to be more wear right in here. If you have a flat arch, most likely you are going to be a pronator. A pronator is generally going to need an athletic shoe with motion control and high stability. Because pronators generally have a flat arch, these type of shoes are going to keep your feet better aligned with your legs. The fourth tip that I have when looking for athletic shoes is to size up. I know we don't want our feet to look any bigger, but if you are looking for more beyond looks and style, and you want something that is going to protect your feet and is going to work best for your exercise routine, I really encourage you to consider sizing up. I would say at least a half size, and if you are a big runner, you may even want to go a full size. Also, if you wear your toenails a little bit longer, meaning you wear your toenails right to the tip of your toes, which I do because I think it's a prettier look. I think it's just more appealing when your toenails go all the way to the edge of your toe, especially your big toe. You are going to have more trouble with that impact of those toes hitting your shoes. And what can happen is you can end up with runner toe. And what that really is over time, that constant hitting the tip of your shoe, you will actually get bruised underneath, and then your toenail will turn black and blue, and it eventually will fall off. I have had this happen more than once, and it really was because I was not wearing the proper size shoe. So again, I recommend that you size up. I always size up a half a size, and the New Balance shoes that I shared with you today are a half size up, but I have went all the way up to a full size. It depends on what shoe you are going with because each brand runs a little different. For example, Nike runs extremely small, so anytime I have had Nike shoes, I've had to go a full size up. So again, kind of get a feel for it. If it feels way too big, then that may be an indicator that one size is too much. If you are ordering any shoes online, you may want to consider ordering two just to see which one is going to serve you better. In the drop-down box, as well as on the corresponding blog post, I will have not only the two pair of New Balance shoes that I shared with you today, but I will have a large amount of other ones that you can choose from to get yourself spring ready for those workouts outdoors, running, walking, whatever it is. I will be sure to have something linked for everybody. Thank you for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.